Joining me now to talk about the Democrats' closing message is the chairman of the Democratic National Committee, Tom Perez. Tom, thanks for joining us. New economic numbers on Friday showed 250,000 new jobs, steady unemployment at a 49-year low. I know wage growth has been lagging, but this is the best annual wage growth since 2009, topping 3% for the first time since the Great Recession. That's higher than it ever got during your 4 years as labor secretary. Yet your statement in response to the numbers was, quote, too many working families have been left behind in the Trump economy. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about real wage growth. If you get $1 more in your paycheck and the cost of gasoline, the cost of health care, the cost of housing goes up by $3, you're not better off. And by the way, we created more jobs in the last 21 months of the Obama administration than in the first 21 months of the Trump administration. But what it's all about, Jake, is that people need to feel that if they work a full-time job, they're actually able to feed their family and not tread water. And that's what's happening across this country. Too many people are working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet because their salaries aren't enough. And the cost of living is going through the roof. And health care is under attack. That's the #1 issue in this election is health care, because they want to do away with coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. I talked to someone the other day who's diabetic. The cost of insulin has skyrocketed, and this administration has done nothing about it.
I understand
why so many Americans have angst.
I understand why you want to change the subject to pre-existing conditions, but let's focus on the economy for 1 second, because you just said 2 things that are not borne out by the facts. A new poll just out this morning shows that optimism in the economy is at its highest point since January 2001, and your claim that all these people are working multiple jobs, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, that's only 5% of the current workforce that has multiple jobs. So it looks to me like you're saying things that aren't true to try to put a gray cloud over the economic good news.
Jake, here's the problem. Real wage growth. If you have wage growth of 3% and your cost of living goes up by 5%, you're not even treading water. And that's the challenge across America. It's a simple challenge. And we have an administration who just the other day said, I don't even believe in a minimum wage. We have an administration who is constantly attacking the labor movement so that we can't work to lift wages for workers. And we have an administration that is constantly attacking health care.
Wage growth is better than
the subject away from health care.
Wage growth is better than it has been since 2009. That means it is better than it has been for 7 out of 8 of the years that Obama was president and all 4 years that you were Secretary of Labor.
Jake, the issue now is not just nominal wage growth. The issue is also inflation. If your salary goes up by $1, but the cost of buying insulin, the cost of buying gasoline, the cost of housing, the cost of healthcare goes up by $3, you're not better off. That's the challenge here. And the challenge for the American people is the fact that so many people with pre-existing conditions thought they would be able to retain their coverage. This administration doesn't want to do it. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, they're on the ballot. That's why there's so much energy on the Democratic side. Chair McDaniel talks about results. They have delivered results for very wealthy people and large corporations in the form of the most reckless tax cut in American history. So it's a tax cut that's mortgaging the future for our children and grandchildren. And people get that. That's why you don't hear Donald Trump talking about it.
I want to ask you,
and it's hurting us.